Alright, well, this is a re-recording of what I covered in the first class of Engineering Essentials, Engineering 1000. I apologize, my first recording for some reason did not get completed. I don't know what happened there. But I'm making a new recording with all the original information. Really all we did was cover the syllabus. We talked about the class and what we're going to study, what we're going to be doing this semester, the reason we made the class, and then we gave out a couple of assignments. So let's go ahead and start. We have our syllabus up here on the screen, and this class is Engineering 1000. It's a new course that we're offering as part of the new Engineering Academy that we're going to try to encourage high school students and new college students to consider engineering as a career. It's a very rewarding career and and there's lots of opportunities out there in engineering, especially because the United States is turning out fewer engineers than ever before. So we're trying to find more people that are interested to replace those engineers that are retiring and finishing their careers. So anyway, Engineering Essentials, Engineering 1000, a 3-credit-hour course. We will be meeting live from 11 to 11:50 a.m. each week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the semester. And we do have some distance learning capabilities, so we can send that out to places. But we also are going to offer this as a podcast type course where we will post videos on YouTube and Blackboard so you can watch the lectures and participate that way. The date of the first day of class was actually technically yesterday, I suppose, which was Wednesday the 28th of August, and it will end in December, around the 19th or 20th. You can drop this class all the way up until the 6th of December, but if you're going to drop the class, come talk to me first or send me an email and we'll discuss things, because if you're having some kind of issue keeping up with the course or doing things in the course, maybe we can help you with that. My office is in the new Health and Science Center, room 217, and I do have office hours from noon to 2 on Mondays. Actually, that's not going to be on Fridays anymore, but I will have office hours from noon to 2 on Mondays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to noon. And any other time you can catch me in my office by phone, by email, or just by stopping in, it's fine. Come on and I'll do what I can to help you out. This course, the course description is that this course is a one-semester introductory engineering course for students considering engineering as a career. We will include an overview of the engineering field, subdivisions, including histories, achievements, failures, present outlooks in engineering. We'll also include several individual and group projects designed to give the students some experience in the design process, planning, teamwork, communication, so on. And so it's primarily it's designed as an experience course. We're not trying to challenge you too much. We're not trying to make it difficult. We just want to show you what engineering is like and help you decide if this is the type of thing that you're interested in studying more of. We also offer 4 other engineering courses here at North Platte Community College. One is a engineering design course where you go more into in much more detail into the engineering design process and do much more complex projects. We also have a computer programming class, which is an online course, and you can take that during high school or in college. And we also have 2 upper level courses for engineering that require you to have finished your physics coursework and your math coursework before you take those courses. So those are usually taken by students in their second year of college or later. In this course we will use a textbook called Concepts in Engineering, 2nd edition, Holtzapfel and Reese. It looks like this. I realize that this is kind of a backwards picture, but Concepts in Engineering, it's a red book of some track runners on a track. And it's a very good book for general overview in engineering. There are a few chapters that have some technical problem solving, but we will not be going through those chapters. Excuse me. Course requirements include quizzes, homework, projects and project reports, and exams. We will give quizzes from time to time. I generally will not take roll, but if you miss a quiz, then you'll be counted essentially as absent that day. For those of you taking this class as a podcast, the quiz will be included in the podcast. You will take that quiz and you will email it to me as soon as you watch the podcast. Your lowest 3 quiz scores will be dropped, so you are allowed to miss a few classes. And if you're missing a class for some kind of school-related purpose, you're in a sport or some kind of club and you missed it, or you're sick or whatever else, then you can make that up later. Just make sure that you tell me what's going on. We will also have homework assignments assigned in class. Also, we'll have a schedule. We have a schedule appended to this so that you can see when they come up. And some of those assignments will be out of the book, and some of them will be assignments that we have that we kind of make up on our own. This course is still a little bit of a work in progress. It's the first time we've taught it. It's the first time I've ever taught a podcast course, and we're kind of feeling things out to make sure that things are going to work well together. We're going to try to do the best we can to have a successful semester. So anyway, things may come and go as we move along. Project reports. Every time we do a project, we'll have some kind of report. Sometimes it'll be a little more formal type of report. Sometimes it'll be a little less formal. But it will usually have some kind of paperwork that we need to do, or some kind of accountability, essentially, for what you did during this particular project and what your successes were, failures, what kind of part of engineering did you use in this particular thing, so on and so forth. And we'll see those as those projects come up later. Exams. We'll have exams, but we'll also have presentations. Some of our projects will have a presentation as part of that project report, and that presentation will count as an exam. We will also have some exams from some material in the book, and so things to look forward to. Also, grading and evaluation. We have quizzes, of course, homework, exams, project reports. And then we have this little thing called professionalism. Not a little thing, it's actually a big thing. In engineering, you have to learn to communicate professionally, to treat others professionally, to interact with people, colleagues, businessmen, people wherever. You have to know how to deal with people professionally. And so professionalism is an important thing to us. We want you to treat your fellow students professionally, treat your instructor professionally, and all the rest of us will do the same to treat you respectfully. So keep that in mind. I usually don't have to take these points away from people unless there's some incident that causes trouble. So don't worry too much about it. But notice here that the homework is worth 25%, the project reports are worth 25%, and the exams are worth 30%. So all 3 of those things are worth about the same amount. You need to do your work in a very balanced way in this class. It's a 5% grade scale. 95% up is an A+, 90 and up is an A, and so on. A pretty standard grading scale for college. Policy of make up quizzes, tests, and late assignments. If you are extremely late, fall behind in things, you need to come and talk to me right away. For the most part, though, late work is not usually accepted because it's actually kind of a pain to try to grade things at different times from different students and have it be a fair grading scale. So please get your assignments in on time. If you have college approved absences, like I mentioned before, some kind of sport or club or sickness or something like this, get it taken care of as soon as you can. Contact me as soon as you can. If you're going to miss a test and you know you're going to miss it, please contact me ahead of time and we'll help you to take it early. Withdrawal from class procedure. If you do need to withdraw from class, please talk to the front office. You can't just send me an email and consider yourself withdrawal from class. You got to go talk to the front office and you got to make it right there. Family Education Rights and Privacy Act is essentially just this law that says teachers have to keep students' records and information private and safe and all these things. And I think that I do a pretty good job of that. So if you have any concerns about that, please come talk to me, or you can talk to somebody in the front office if you need to. Students with disabilities, if you have a disability where you need some kind of accommodation, some kind of help in this course, it has to be reported to the people in the front office. And I've given some numbers here, some contact numbers, but they have to know first and fill out the correct paperwork, and then they pass that on to me and we'll take care of you in the best way we can. The syllabus is not a contract. I'm not going to have you sign it. Things may change, and it's very likely that things will change in this course since this is the first time we're teaching it. Not anything will change that will really affect the course in any major way. The most likely thing changes the schedule, as things maybe take longer or shorter than we thought they would. So here is the schedule of the course, Engineering 1000, Fall 2013 schedule. We started on the 28th, which was yesterday, and of course my first recording of the lecture did not survive, and so I don't have that recording. I'm making this one. But the assignment that we have over here is a History of Engineering video assignment and a History of Engineering video report. There is one other assignment that I do want to throw out there, and that is I would like you to send me an email, and in that email I want you to include, write this down, hopefully get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, write this down. I want to see in this email that you send to me at dailyj.mpcc your name, this class number, so Engineering 1000, an email address that we can use to communicate, and if you're willing to share it, I'd like to know your cell phone number and the company you get your cell phone from, because that way I can send you an email from my email address to your phone and you get it as a text message. Communication is extremely important in engineering, and we will do a lot of communication as we do projects and other things in this course. This assignment, this History of Engineering assignment, is pretty simple. I want you to go to YouTube or some other video place on the web and find a 30-minute or longer video about the history of engineering. There are literally hundreds of them out there. And don't just pick the first one on YouTube. Search for History of Engineering and look for one that interests you. Look for something that maybe is a hobby of yours, or something you've always dreamed of doing, or something you just think is cool. Go look for something interesting in history of engineering. And actually, let's go a little aside here. I just punched in history of engineering into YouTube, and the first one that I came up is To Engineer is Human. And actually, I don't want you to use that one because that's one that I actually started showing in class. So you choose any other one behind here, but you have History of Engineering and Empire. There's several of those from the History Channel. There's also stuff from the Discovery Channel. There's stuff from BBC. There's independent things. There's just so many different interesting videos about the history of engineering out there. I want you to go out and find one and learn some things. Enjoy it and come back to me with a 1-page or less report on what you learned in this video that you watched. And I don't want you to just give me a couple sentences. I want you to talk about the things that were interesting to you, the things that maybe you learned that you didn't know, things that you think are extremely important to engineering, whatever. They can be ideas, they can be engineering projects of the past, they can be, you can write about somebody famous in engineering, whatever you want to do, but you watch a 30-minute plus video and write a report about a page or so. So coming back here, we have that History of Engineering video assignment and History of Engineering video report. Notice over here that the dates are kind of goofed up. I have this as Tuesday 8/28. It's actually supposed to be Wednesday, and I'll fix these. I need to go back through and fix them. But we're going to move on soon enough in this class to the book. So next week we'll start the book, Chapter 1, and we'll go into Chapter 2. We'll have problems that we're going to do. We're going to just have you type those in and email them to me. We won't be submitting things on Blackboard or anything. I find Blackboard kind of a pain to work with, so I try not to work with it as much as possible. And then we'll have a project. So this project here will come in the middle of September, where we will build a bridge. Now to build the bridge, you're going to need some materials and some tools, and I will send out kits to everyone so that you can build and use the tools that I send. Some of you may have already received them. I've sent some out with some people. Some of you have yet to receive them, and I will get them to you as soon as I can. But the project kit is to help you so that you don't have to go out and scrounge for bits and pieces here and there to build things with. You're welcome to use other things in your kit as long as it's not something that's pre-built or pre-made for building things like Legos and things like that. We want to use more realistic things in these projects. Also, if you can use tools at your school if you want to, or tools at home, just be careful in using sharp tools and power tools and hot tools and things like that. Please be careful. we'll move on through chapters 1 and 2, and then 3 we'll go through 5 and 6. We'll skip chapter 4. And then after we're done with chapter 6, we're done with the book. We're just going to move on to doing projects. We have a problem-solving project, which is a car that you're going to design that goes as slow as you can make it go. We'll do a trebuchet project, and this one's kind of interesting because this year in North Platte we are going to be hosting, as a college or we have a science, technology, engineering, math club at the college. We're going to be hosting a pumpkin chucking contest, and while we're building mini trebuchets in this class, we'll have college students and high school students all over the area, hopefully, building full-size, full-scale trebuchets, and getting ready to throw pumpkins around out at the Spike Tower in North Platte. And if you're interested in doing that, you need to talk to somebody in your school or somebody in your community and get an adult leader and some other team members and design and build a pumpkin tosser, a pumpkin thrower. And if you're interested, for real, send me an email, tell me you're interested, and I will send you the rules for that and all the information you need to know. But that pumpkin chucking event is going to happen, actually it happens on the 25th, I believe is what it is. These dates are all goofed up, but I'll fix them. I think it's the 26th or 25th of October. And then we have Halloween right after that, of course. Motor project, well, we're going to build a motor, a hydraulic arm project. We also are going to do some CAD design a little bit at the end. If these projects don't take as long as I think they're going to take, if they take less time, then we will actually throw in some more projects. Your kits will have enough stuff to do mini projects, including a radio project and several other mechanical projects and hydraulic projects and things. We've got gears included and we have pulleys and all kinds of things included in these kits, so you should have plenty of materials, and we can always scrounge for more later if we need to. At the very end of the class, we will have a final exam, but the final exam will be a presentation where you will present something that you have designed and prototyped at the end of this class during our CAD design part, our CAD design section after Thanksgiving. So the final exam will be a presentation that you give in front of the class using something like PowerPoint and maybe some things that you designed, and showing people what you did and the process that you went through and the challenges that you faced and how you overcame them. So lots of fun things for this semester, and we're not trying, like I said before, we're not trying to make a difficult class that scares people off. We're trying to make a fun class that introduces people to this great field. So I hope that you do enjoy it, and I hope that you do choose engineering as a field. It is a great field to work in, a lot of fun, a lot of interesting people, and beyond that, it's also lucrative. There are lots of jobs out there, and they pay well. So I guess that's all I have for you. You have your homework assignment, the little email that I need from you. We've gone over the syllabus. Make sure you go and watch your video. There's some good stuff in there, and I'm very happy to have you in my class. If you have any questions, please send me an email or call me. My email and phone number information on the front of the syllabus here. My email is dailyj@mpcc.edu. Phone number is 308-535-3751. So 308-535-3751. And you're welcome to leave a message if I'm not in, and I will get it. So, have a good semester. We'll enjoy having you, and we'll talk to you later.